Hello, and thank you for tuning into this week's Mayor's Update. As always, we have a lot of exciting information to share with you here this week, so please feel free to share this information with any of your friends, families, relatives, and anyone who you think may find this information helpful over the course of the next week. The first thing we want to talk about here today is our tree planting program that we have annually with the city. In the city's budget every year, we include about $20,000 that's dedicated towards planting new trees around the city. And what happens is if you want a tree planted on your property, you can call up the DPW, and so long as that tree falls within the public shade tree definitions, which means it falls within 20 feet of the road, we will go out and plant a tree on your yard for free. We had planned to do the full $20,000 worth of trees this past year. However, due to the current drought conditions, it's actually not the best situation for us right now to go out and plant these trees at this time. So we'll be holding off on planting all of these requested trees until the springtime when we have more amenable conditions to new plantings and are not in a drought. If you have any questions about this tree planting process, please feel free to contact Director Arnold at the DPW at any time. If you already requested a tree, we do still have your name on the list. Again, we're just holding off on actually planting those trees until the springtime. Next, I'd like to wish Acting Fire Chief Greg Lagoy best of luck as he starts on his new endeavors as the city's acting fire chief after Chief Richard Aries retired this past week from the Gardner Fire Department. As I mentioned last week, former Chief Aries had served for 47 years and 5 months in several different positions in the Gardner Fire Department before retiring as our fire chief. Now Chief Lagoy began his career with Gardner Fire Department back in 1987, and I'm very excited to see him move from his role as the second in command of the fire department as the captain to the city's acting fire chief. My goal here in City Hall is to have a brand new full fire chief by the end of the year. Chief Lagoy is operating on what's called a temporary appointment where he'll serve for the next 60 days, and then we'll make our final decision as to where we move forward with the department by January 1st, I believe. I also want to send my best wishes to our outgoing Senior Center Director, Claude Ledger, who will be moving on to his next leg of his career with Berkshire Brewing Company. Director Ledger at the Senior Center has helped us coordinate many different events down over at the Council on Aging building on Pleasant Street, and we wish him well on his future endeavors. Congresswoman Lori Trahan was here visiting the city earlier this week. This is in this update as a sneak preview to next week's update. I can tell you we have a very exciting announcement regarding the Kelton Street, Wheeler Road area of Gardner that'll be released jointly by both City Hall here and Congresswoman Trahan's office. We look forward to being able to finally announce that and get this project going off the ground that the residents in that area have been asking for quite some time. So please make sure you tune into next week's update for that big announcement. The governor announced earlier this week that the city of Gardner will be moving into phase 3, step 2 of the reopening plan here in Massachusetts. Information about this can be found on both the city's website and the city's Facebook page. This increases the number of people that can attend certain gatherings, particularly at event venues, as well as different outdoor and indoor space requirements to get together. The number of people in indoor events is staying at 25, and the number of people at private outdoor events is still remaining at 50. However, event venues can increase up to 250, and certain other locations had different changes there. If you have any questions on that, please feel free to check out the city's website and Facebook for further information, and we'll be able to provide that to you. All of this is based on the fact that Gardner is considered a low-risk community. Every 2 weeks, the state puts out new data that designates the city based on the number of cases in the city per 100,000 people. Right now, the city of Gardner has no active cases that are currently ongoing, so we are able to fall into that low-risk category and able to move on. If at any point in time we fall into what's designated the yellow category, which means we have between 4 and 8 new cases per 100,000 people here in the city, we have to go back into phase 3, step 1. But for now, we are in a good spot. And a lot of that comes to the fact that many people are listening to the guidance and regulations that have been put forth by the Department of Public Health and the CDC to help make sure that we are doing our best to stop the spread of the virus here in Gardner. So thank you very much, and we hope that that trend continues here in the city. If you have any further questions on that, please feel free to contact City Hall anytime at 978-632-1900, at which case you'll have an option for several different contacts if you have any questions regarding the coronavirus or our reopening plan. With that said, our goal is to have City Hall open within the next 2 weeks, and our students will be beginning a hybrid model come October 26th. This is coming after Commissioner Riley sent a letter to the city asking us for a specific date in which our students will be back learning in a hybrid model. That is the current plan that is going before the school committee for final approval that has been released by Dr. Pellegrino at the school department. I want to let everyone know that on Thursday, October 8th at 6:30 p.m. on the front lawn of Gardner City Hall, there will be a vigil in remembrance of the victims of domestic violence. On top of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, October is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And we understand that many in the community may know someone who had gone through a situation of domestic violence or has gone through that themselves. We want to be able to make sure that the resources are available to those who require different private phone numbers to call, helplines, and other resources that are available. So the city has partnered with the YWCA to come together for this remembrance vigil there where these resources will be available. Information on this can be found on the city's website and Facebook page as well. I want to thank the Gardner Lions Club for donating new face shields to our first responders this week as a way to increase their supply of PPE as we continue to go through the current pandemic situation. This is a big help to us, and it's a great way to show how different organizations in our community can come together to help us support each other through these unprecedented times. And the last thing that I would like to end on this week is another preview to something coming up very soon, but it's very exciting for us here in the city. Over the course of the next 2 weeks, we will be announcing the official groundbreaking date for our new elementary school here in Gardner. This is something that's been a long time coming, and I'm very excited to see this project get off the ground. So if you're looking for more information on our new school building project or on when this groundbreaking will take place, please continue to monitor Gardner Public Schools website, www.gardnerk12.org. However, that's it for this week's update. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact my office at any time. Please continue to keep track of yourself and others and make sure you're doing okay, both mentally and physically. And until we meet again through these updates, I hope you have a great week and have a good day. Thank you very much.